Don't rely on people. Trust in Allah alone. There will come a time in your life when the people you thought would never leave disappear. When the ones you relied on are nowhere to be found, your heart breaks not just from pain, but from expectation. That's when you must remember, creation is not your anchor, your creator is. People may fail you, forget you, even betray you, but Allah never will. He is the one who never sleeps, never abandons, and never stops caring. So don't rely on people, trust in Allah alone. People are limited, but Allah is limitless. In this world, we are surrounded by people, our family, our friends, our co-workers, and even strangers who cross our paths at critical moments. It's natural to feel connected to others, to draw strength from relationships, to lean on someone in times of need. Allah created us with hearts that crave love, support, and companionship. But in the midst of our human attachments, we often forget an essential truth. People are limited, no matter how much they love us, care about us, or try to support us. They are restricted by their physical abilities, emotional capacity, time, health, knowledge, and most importantly, their own struggles. The mother who raised you with sacrifice, the friend who listens to you in pain, the spouse who shares your life, they all have limits. They may be there for you today and gone tomorrow. They may promise to stand by you, but fail to understand your silence. They may genuinely want to help you, but not know how. They may want to support you, but be too overwhelmed by their own burdens. That's not a sign that they don't love you. It's simply a reflection of their humanity. They are not built to carry the full weight of your soul. They are not created to solve every problem in your heart. And they were never meant to be your savior. But Allah is not like the creation. While the world and everyone in it are weak, temporary, forgetful, and emotionally fragile, Allah is limitless in power, limitless in mercy, and limitless in presence. He is Al-Qayyum, the sustainer of all that exists, who never tires, never sleeps, never forgets, and never fails. He is Al-Sami, the one who hears your whispered thoughts and silent tears before they even leave your heart. He is Al-Basir, the one who sees what the world overlooks, your hidden sacrifices, your silent battles, your longings that have no words. He is Ar-Rahman, the most merciful, who embraces your brokenness without judgment and pours His mercy even when you've fallen again and again. Allah is not only aware of what you're going through, He is actively orchestrating events in your life with absolute knowledge and wisdom. He sees the full picture when you only see the pain. He knows what you need even when you're asking for something else. He delays certain blessings not to punish you, but to purify you and to prepare you for something far better. So why then do we continue to place our deepest trust, hope, and dependency in people? Why do we hand over our emotional stability to those who are not strong enough to hold it? Why do we tie our hearts to human beings and expect from them what only the divine can offer? When someone you love lets you down, remember they were never your savior. When the people you counted on walk away, remember they were never your foundation. Allah sometimes removes people from your life to protect you from building your reliance on a creation that cannot support your soul. And in that loneliness, in that heartache, He invites you to turn to Him. Because when everyone else forgets you, Allah remembers you. When everyone else abandons you, Allah holds you closer. When no one understands your pain, Allah knows it better than you do yourself. He created you. He shaped your emotions. He designed your heart and placed within it every hope, every sorrow, every hidden dream. He is the only one who can truly hold your heart without breaking it. Understand this. No person on earth, no matter how close, how kind, or how committed, can fill the role of Allah in your life. They may support you for a time, but they will eventually reach a limit. That's when Allah teaches you to detach your heart from the creation and return it to the Creator. If you find yourself devastated because someone didn't show up, didn't respond the way you expected, or couldn't be there when you needed them, know that this pain is a divine message. It's a redirection. It's Allah gently pulling you back to Him. He is showing you that your strength should never be placed in someone who can change in a moment, leave without warning, or misunderstand you entirely. Instead, anchor your strength in the one who never changes. Al-Hayy, the ever-living, whose presence is constant and whose help is near. The Prophet Muhammad demonstrated this principle in the most beautiful way. Despite being surrounded by loyal companions and loving family, his ultimate reliance was always on Allah. In the hardest moments, whether it was the boycott in Makkah, the loss of Khadija and Abu Talib, or the fear before battles, he turned to Allah with complete tawakkul, trust. He wept before Allah in the night. He prayed for divine guidance. He sought comfort not from crowds, but from solitude with his Lord. He taught us that true spiritual strength comes not from depending on people, but from connecting deeply to Allah. And this connection is what gives a person peace, even when the world turns against them. But imagine living your life with that kind of faith, where no matter who comes and who goes, your heart is stable, where you can give love without becoming dependent, where you can help others without becoming attached to their reactions, where you can face betrayal, loss, and failure, yet remain calm because you are held by Allah, the one who never lets go. This is not a fantasy. This is the reality of a heart that has learned to rely not on people, but on the Creator of people. When you truly trust Allah, your expectations shift. You stop waiting for people to fix your problems or validate your worth. You no longer fear loss because you know the one who gives is the same one who takes, and his decisions are always rooted in mercy. You begin to understand that even when something is withheld, it is for your protection, your purification, or your preparation. You no longer panic when the doors of people close because your heart is focused on the one who controls all doors. In the end, every disappointment in people is a lesson. Every letdown is a nudge from Allah reminding you, they are not me. You were not created to lean entirely on others. You were created to walk toward Allah, to kneel before Him, to cry to Him, and to trust in Him with a heart that says, Hasbi Allahu, la ilaha illa huwa, is sufficient for me. There is no God but He. Quran 9, 129. When you reach that level of surrender, you are no longer at the mercy of people's actions. Your happiness is no longer fragile. Your peace no longer breaks with rejection, because your soul is grounded in the eternal, and that is the greatest power a human being can possess. So remember, people are beautiful, but they are limited. They can be part of your journey, but never your destination. They can walk beside you, but they cannot carry you. And they were never meant to. That role belongs to Allah, and He is more than enough. Relying on creation brings disappointment, but trusting Allah brings peace. Every human being carries within them the yearning to feel seen, understood, supported, and loved. This yearning is natural. Allah Himself created it within us, but the test lies in where we go to fulfill that need. Most people, without realizing it, turn first to other people, family, friends, spouses, teachers, colleagues, or even strangers online. We look to others to lift our spirits, solve our problems, validate our worth, or ease our pain. And while people can be a source of comfort, they can never be a source of true peace. Because every time you attach your emotional stability to a human being, your heart vulnerable to their flaws, you begin to expect from them what they cannot deliver. You hope for consistency in a world full of inconsistency. You crave understanding from hearts that are themselves confused. You want to be healed by souls that are still healing, and eventually, when they fail to meet your needs, forget your feelings, or misunderstand your intentions, you feel crushed. You begin to question your worth, your value, your purpose. But the problem was never that people disappointed you. The problem was that you expected them not to. That expectation was misplaced from the very beginning. The truth is, people are not built to be relied on in absolute terms. Their love has limits. Their strength has limits. Their attention span, their patience, their wisdom, it's all temporary and flawed. They may love you deeply, but still fail to comfort you when you need it. They may care for you sincerely, but still say something that breaks your heart. They may stand by you for years, only to grow distant when you need them the most. And it hurts It hurts not because people are evil, but because our expectations were unrealistic. We forgot that the creation can never carry the burdens that belong to the Creator. We forgot that peace is not found in being understood by people. It's found in being held by Allah. That's why He allows us to feel the sting of disappointment. Not to harden our hearts, but to redirect them. Each time someone lets you down, it's a divine lesson. You were looking in the wrong direction. Come back to me. When you begin to rely on Allah instead of people, a transformation takes place inside you. You feel a weight lifting from your chest. The anxiety of needing people to respond a certain way disappears. The pain of being ignored or overlooked begins to fade. You stop expecting from the world, and you start asking the one who controls it. You stop begging others for understanding and begin pouring your heart out to the one who already understands. And slowly, a deep and lasting peace settles into your heart. It's not the peace of having everything you want. It's the peace of knowing that even if you don't, Allah knows best, and His plan is always better. It's the peace that comes from letting go of control and trusting that Allah will carry you through every storm. That kind of peace cannot be given to you by anyone on earth. It is a gift that comes when your heart surrenders fully to its Lord. In that surrender, you begin to notice a profound shift. The same circumstances that once brought you anxiety no longer shake you. The same words that once broke your spirit no longer penetrate your soul. The same people who once had power over your emotions no longer hold that control. Why? Because your heart has found its refuge in Allah. And when He becomes your refuge, you are never truly alone. He becomes the one you turn to when the world turns away. The one who listens when no one else is listening. The one who remains constant in a life full of change. The one who lifts you up when no one notices you've fallen. The one who sends you signs through silence, strength through patience, and healing through hardship. This doesn't mean you shut out people from your life or stop forming connections. Islam is a religion that honors relationships, familial, marital, social. The Prophet Lefa himself was the best in dealing with people, but even he, the most beloved to Allah, did not place his heart in the hands of people. His full reliance, his inner peace, his trust, it was in Allah alone. He showed love, but he didn't expect perfection from those he loved. He received kindness, but didn't rely on it to survive. His heart was always rooted in his connection to his Lord. That's the secret to emotional freedom. That's the path to true inner calm. Think about how many times you've worried about someone's opinion of you, feared losing someone's affection, or tried desperately to be enough for someone. Those feelings are exhausting, and they drain the soul because they are built on uncertainty. But when your heart rests in Allah, you are no longer chained to human reactions. You are no longer a prisoner of people's behavior. You find joy in giving without needing in return. You find strength in silence because you know Allah heard what no one else did. You find relief in knowing that even if the world rejects you, Allah accepts those who turn to Him sincerely. So the next time you're let down by someone, don't let it destroy your heart. Let it redirect your heart. Don't let it push you into bitterness. Let it push you into Tawakkul, pure reliance on the one who never disappoints. Don't place your peace in something as fragile as human approval. Place it in the eternal promise of Allah. Whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him. Quran 65:3. This is not just a comforting verse. It's a lifeline. When Allah is your sufficiency, the world may shake, but your heart will not. People may walk away, but you'll still stand tall. Doors may close, but your soul will remain open to His mercy. You'll discover the peace that comes not from having the perfect people in your life, but from having the perfect reliance in your heart. And that is the kind of peace that nothing, and no one, can ever take away. People are limited, but Allah is unlimited in power and mercy. One of the profound truths that we must recognize in life is that human beings, no matter how kind, caring, or well-intentioned, are inherently limited. Their abilities, their understanding, their resources, all are finite. People can only do so much for you. They can promise you the world, but they may fail to deliver. They can offer you their help, but circumstances can change. They can say they'll be there forever, but life and time are unpredictable. However, when you place your trust in Allah, you are relying on the one whose power has no limits, whose mercy knows no boundaries, and whose knowledge encompasses all that was, is, and will be. People often let us down, not always because they want to, but because they simply don't have control over everything. A person may intend to support you financially, but lose their job. A loved one may want to be there emotionally, but they might be going through their own hidden struggles. Even the closest friend may fail to understand the depth of your pain or the urgency of your needs. But Allah never forgets, never fails, and never turns away from His servants. He is Al-Qawi, the all-strong, Al-Rahman, the most merciful, and Al-Wakil, the ultimate trustee. When you shift your reliance from people to Allah, you experience a powerful shift in your emotional and spiritual well-being. You no longer feel crushed when someone disappoints you, because your heart was not anchored to their promises. You don't collapse in despair when a door closes, because you know Allah is the master of all doors. You don't feel lost when others don't understand you, because Allah knows your heart better than you know it yourself. He is closer to you than your jugular vein, and He is the only one who truly knows what you need, even before you ask. Think of Prophet Yunus A.S. when he was in the belly of the whale, deep in darkness. The darkness of the ocean, the darkness of night, and the darkness of isolation. No one could hear him. No one could help him. Yet he turned to the only one who could. Allah illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu mina zalimin. And Allah responded to his call. Why? Because when no one can help, Allah still can. Because when all avenues close, Allah's mercy opens a path. When you place your full trust in Allah, you begin to live with certainty even amidst uncertainty. You understand that people may fail you, but Allah never will. You realize that even when people walk away, Allah remains by your side. You see clearly that no matter how powerful someone may seem, their power is nothing compared to the one who holds the heavens and the earth in His command. So why put your ultimate hope in people who have no control over their own lives, when you can place it in the one who controls everything? Trusting in Allah doesn't mean you stop interacting with people or never seek their help, but it means your heart is no longer dependent on them. You deal with people with wisdom, but your soul finds rest only with your Lord. This is true empowerment, to free yourself from being at the mercy of the creation and find your security in the Creator. Always remember, Allah does not sleep. He does not forget. He is never too busy. He never changes His nature. He is always there. When you rely on people, you depend on weakness. But when you rely on Allah, you depend on limitless strength, mercy, and wisdom.